Okay, so I have to tell you, as a Southern girl, I am super excited about today's recipe. Please, please, please make it taste better than the real deal, okay? Because we are making beef pot pie. And if you know anything about Southern meals and things that just make you feel good to your soul, there's nothing like a good old pot pie. We're going to make a vegan pot pie. Brita's going to show me how all of these things are going to come together and transport me back to my parents' living room. So, Brita, here's to you.
All right. So listen, I'm going to hope we have a little bit better success with the stuff that's supposed to taste like beef, since the chicken apple sausage didn't do so well. You wanted to come back and visit it. So, okay. So you want to take all of your, you want to put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. We're going to cook it on top of the stove first, which is basically how they really make a pot pie.
Okay, so we're going
So
to
you want to do a little bit of oil.
Okay, so I've got the oil in the pot. What do I add next? All of the things?
Okay, so do you have your sazon? Sazon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Sazon.
so you want to take your little package of sazon.
Okay.
And all your ingredients. And basically, you know how when you make gumbo, you make a roux?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to take your onions and your celery, and you want to put that in the pot with the oil.
Okay, so we're going to put onion and celery into the pot.
And then you want to take, not the garlic yet, you want to take all the other seasonings, the sazon and all that.
Everything but your garlic.
And you put the garlic in last because garlic will burn.
Okay. A little Lowry. We love Lowry. Okay. A little salt and pepper. And then you should do the garlic powder last.
Last, after it's some liquid in it, because otherwise it will burn.
Okay.
You want to get that all going, and so you're creating an essence on the bottom of the pan that you're going to scrape up when it gets that gooey goodness, the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll put in a little bit of amino acids.
Okay.
I put amino acids in everything. It just gives that nice, rich flavor.
Okay. How will I know when I'm ready for my garlic?
You're going to put the garlic in after you put some stock in there, some veggie stock when it's liquid.
Oh, okay.
Then you'll throw the garlic in. So you get that all going really good.
It's going. It smells amazing.
It is amazing. And here's the thing, Sarah, if you don't like the meat, because, vegan meat sometimes is something to get, and it's an acquired taste, because like my mother said, I wanted to support this business. I will say no names, and I ordered this big case of stuff. It was a black-owned business, and they got very high reviews. So I ordered their ribs and fried chicken.
They're vegan ribs and fried chicken?
Vegan ribs and fried chicken. And I was going to send you some, but I didn't want to hear it. So when I cooked it for everybody, it really did taste like, and I was sad to say it, like I was eating the sponge from the kitchen sink.
Okay.
If your mother would have, you'd have cursed when you was a little girl, and your mother would put the sponge or wash out your mouth with soap. That had never happened to you?
No, never. Never.
Oh, okay. Well, somewhere in my mind, I think that happened to me possibly once. But that's exactly how the ribs and the fried chicken go. Just like that sponge when I was a little girl. You got you some essence going on the bottom of the pan?
I do.
Good. Okay, so then you can start throwing in your carrots. And you boil the carrots and potatoes and English peas first, just to get them done. Not mushy, but done. Right? So you boil them for 30 minutes first. Then you drain. Now you have them in those pretty cups. Now you're going to throw them in there.
Okay. And the peas and potatoes as well?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Carrots, peas, and potatoes. Get that all going. You put the mushrooms in last.
Smells good. Looks good.
Have you ever had jackfruit?
I have.
Do you like it?
I want
I
to.
don't. Are you gonna say because I was watching your face? You said I have.
I really
Don't.
want to. I want to. I feel like it's all there, but I will. I think it's a mental thing.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that up. You probably didn't cook it long enough, or you didn't get
Okay.
young jackfruit.
It was canned. Does that matter?
Hmm.
It was canned.
Yeah, and it should be young jackfruit.
All right. Maybe I got
Okay.
some senior citizen jackfruit. Is that what you're saying? I got some old folks jackfruit.
You probably use an old man jackfruit, but we'll figure that out. We'll make you a lover.
I
Well,
got sugar daddy jackfruit. I got the wrong
okay, so you
kind.
stir
We need
all that
whippersnapper
up.
jackfruit. Okay, what? All right.
You stir all that up, and then you want
Okay.
to put in your mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Okay. Gonna add the mushrooms. Okay.
And then you want to start pouring some liquid in there, which is your vegetable stock.
What about the garbanzo beans, or just wait? Hold my mule.
You can put the garbanzo beans in there in about 2 seconds.
Okay, so go ahead and put the broth in there.
You can put the broth and the garbanzo beans, and you let that simmer. Now your patties, your hamburger patties,
Mm-hmm.
you cut them in corners, and then you'll throw that in there too, and let all that simmer up. So now,
Okay.
pretty much, once you put the garbanzo beans, the cut up burger patties, which is going to be your steak, and your liquid, and you start bringing that all to a boil.
Now the garbanzo beans, we kept the juice in the garbanzo beans
Mm-hmm.
because there's a binding liquid in the juice of the garbanzo beans that binds it on up. Binds it. It binds it on up. Bind.
Remember you
Okay.
made me, what was that when I came over your house and I wanted you to fry me fish, and I walked in expecting to smell some fish, and I said, what are you making? You said, bow.
Oh, bow bows. Bow bows.
It was very good.
Come on, somebody. I'm gonna do that on. I'm gonna wait until you have a cheat day, and you're gonna eat what I want you to eat on Dishin in
Oh,
the
no, but
kitchen.
listen, hey, I'm all for it, because what my mother and I do is my mom gives me meals, or my mom will cook something we had when we were a little girl, and she gives me a week to come back to her with it healthier. Because
Oh,
my
really?
mom
Oh,
and I
that's
play a game. We
cool.
have nothing else to do but next door to each other. And she challenges me to do that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got
And you want to cut up your hamburger patties and put
all my
those in there.
hamburgers. Okay, let me give this a quick little stir, and then I'll.
So you want to bring that to a nice little boil, and then let's just start making a little bit of our thickening agents. And you can taste it for seasoning, see if you need a little bit more amino acids, see if you need salt, pepper, whatever you think you need.
Okay.
And you want to take a little bit of the vegetable broth, put a little bit
Mhm.
in a cup, and some potato starch, maybe
Right.
like a tablespoon. No, no, no. If you don't, no, 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 no. Just use water then. Use water.
Okay. Okay. I'll use water and potato
Hmm.
starch. Okay, so I've got my potato starch mixed up here, but you said there was something else you wanted me to do?
Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your pie crust is not soggy on the bottom. I can't stand when I cut a piece of pie and you can tell people's crust not done. So you want to brush a little bit of butter and just stick it in the oven for like 7 minutes and get that a little bit crispy on the bottom, so that when you pour everything else in, you have a nice crispy bottom to your pot pie. And
Okay.
I know normally you make your own crust, so clearly people
Exactly.
should always make their own crust. But when you're in a pinch, you get you a deep dish pie crust.
Always, always make my own crust most of the time, usually.
Yeah,
Is what
always
I
in my
do.
sleep.
Just whip that thing right on up. My pie crust is, oh, we've got a nice little boil going here.
So you just want to thicken your sauce up some, and that should be a
Okay.
consistency. Just pour it in slowly, and then when it starts getting real thick, stop pouring it in.
Okay.
Stir, pour, multitask.
Okay.
Everything's better with gravy.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Putting in this bouillon. Now this bouillon is not powder bouillon.
No,
It's
you want to invest in a really good bouillon, and we won't say any brands, but there's a few on the market, but there's one that kind of dominates the market,
Mm-hmm.
and they make vegan bouillons that are amazing, and also they make real bouillons, but they have a vegan line of bouillons which are absolutely amazing, and so it's
and the
called
amino
no chicken
acids are
stock
going
bouillon,
into
huh?
the amino acids too.
You already put that in the beginning with the seasoning, with the sazon and everything, but you can put some more to taste. Now listen, when you're 56, like me, I know I look good.
You do.
Take,
You
hold
look
the
good. You
thought,
look blessed. You
hold
look
the
great.
thought. Forget a little bit to kind of go by that little bit of paper and this little, not being in the same room. But yes, get it all together and taste it. Make sure the seasonings are to your liking.
Okay.
And then when you take that crust out, you're going to pour it in the crust. And then you take
Okay.
that other crust, because normally two in a pack, and
Mm-hmm.
you lay it on the top and cut the slit and just start molding it. You have a ladle?
I don't. Call me back.
No problem.
But there's like a little lip here.
Okay.
And then I can just.
Mm. Make sure we get all of the good stuff in there. Okay. This smells like your grandmother's. Okay. It smells like love. It smells like freedom, peace. Everything's fine. Just a little splish splashing. Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to lay your crust on top and brush it with a little butter.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. Did you see that? I finessed it. Oh yeah.
It was all in the wrist.
It was
You know how when you did the salt?
just like ooh, wrist action.
Okay, and then butter
You
and
brush
then
it with
cut
a
it.
little bit of butter. Cut you a little cute little slit in the top.
I'm
Just
gonna try to
one.
put a W in here. Okay, because
She's getting all fancy. You really putting initials? Like the people who shave their head and put their initials on their head?
Indeed.
That is some funny stuff. Like they forgot their name. Okay, that's enough. Like, okay, hello.
I'm gonna pop this in the oven.
I had to fix up my design a little bit on the pie crust because it tried to, but it looks gorgeous. It looks stunning. You're supposed to say, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're
Oh.
filming. I'm so sorry. Start all over. I thought you were just telling me that. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. Cut.
Okay, so I had to hook up my design, and I have to tell you, I fixed what the enemy meant for evil. My little situation is looking blessed. Okay?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
All right, I'm ready to try it. Is this gonna be all right? Okay.
That's gonna be all right. And I made mine in my cute little dishes.
Look, like little individual. Love that. Okay, here goes nothing. Ancestors, send your peace. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. So now it's time to taste and see.
Oh, taste and see. Ready?
Oh, taste and see. Okay.
A warm dish on a winter cold night.
That is making me.
Isn't that good?
It feels like a hug.
That's so good.
It feels like
That's
a hug.
love.
And
That's
it
love.
is. It's love.